So this is a hard one, split. It's well known. It's on the string, or it's on the array prototype. It splits. Well, let's just look at it's easier always to just look at the tests. So the first argument is a string, and the second argument is a delimiter or something that you can think of that will split the string. So this first case is not that friendly to what we're trying to explain. This one is though A2. So at every space, because the second argument we passed in is a space, we're going to chop up the input string into a tuple containing all of those elements. So yeah, this is a hard one. I would rather, hard difficulty level, I'd rather just show you because I have a lot of alternatives here. Is that right?
Yep. Can I guess part of it?
Sure.
Oh, no.
Guess. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I'm guessing somewhere in here we're going to have type thing equals left comparison.
Yep.
And then the
yes.
Be somewhere in there.
Yeah, exactly. That is precisely what it is. So
yep.
Here you are, line 36.
Yep, that's coming from here.
Yep, that's the delimiter. I
could have written this one. Crazy enough.
Splitter is not the right word or whatever. But okay, so just running through this super fast. So we're saying is string assignable to T? Meaning if we passed in just a string, then we can't do any work. This is like an edge case, and this is the A6 edge case. We can't do any work, so we're going to just kind of return a string array because that's all we can do. I don't think that's really that important, but it's one of the cases you have to check in order to pass the tests. And then here's exactly what you were just saying. We're inferring the left character, we're inferring a right character, the right remaining characters, and then taking U. If we hit a splitter, we're not going to use it, but we're going to pass in everything that's been built up to the left, and then we're going to recurse at this level, and then we just have to finish up with whatever we have left as the remainder, which is on the right. Of course, the delimiter never changes, so we pass that in. And then this one here is handling the edge case of what happens if you pass in an empty string as the splitter. In that case, then we don't really care. We're just going to pass in an array with just T in it, and that's what's happening here in A3. A3, yeah, with just that particular string. So, okay,
this actually highlights one of my favorite problems with type definitions, specifically that by requiring you to use by requiring you to use tuples for optional stuff, you now have to arbitrarily throw your edge cases in random places. Like where here are the edge cases versus where here is the happy path. Is entirely random. Where whenever I write actual code, I'll take the edge cases, I throw them on top, I'll comment them if I have to, and then at the bottom, the base return is the thing that actually matters. Mm-hmm. You can't really do that trivially here.
Yeah, I mean, this one does a better job of it. This takes that base case and it takes advantage of the fact that the matching in this stuff is actually one of the best parts of all of this madness. The matching is pretty powerful and it will fall through. So all of this is edge case. So it does the same sort of thing, like character by character that we saw above, except here it's handling what happens if there's an empty string, what happens if there's an empty string on either side. This is basically another way of doing the same thing here I was saying on the line below. So we could do string. This is the same as saying string extends T. We're just taking in an inferred value and seeing if T extends it, passing it in there. So we could simplify this. I think it'd be cleaner to do what we did up here. But all the same, at least this one is a little better in that regard, I hope.
Yeah.
You're not convinced.
It still feels a little chaos. It's hard for me to grok and know what's going on, but it's better.
It's better, at least, yeah. So this one just uses string to tuple, and it does a split. So this handles separates out the happy path, like you were saying, and this does the business of splitting the string into tuples. And this one is pretty cool. Yingsong Meta on GitHub does great work, and this is one of the examples. So cool. Any other thoughts on all this?
I hate it, and I'm happy I never have to do it. I've never seen an example like this in any practical code base in my life. I've seen it a little bit in libraries, and I know there's some crazy stuff going on with TRPC, but I'm happier when I avoid it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I am happy to both report that you will never actually need this if you don't want it, and also that, as expected, I hate all of it. So,
okay, I knew you would.
TypeScript hate this. Thank you for having me on.
I'll talk to you later. Bye.